What's good? I'm Jamil Parker, and this is YSM Sports Media. Um, Waiting for my guest right now, but Crawford versus Porter, man. Probably, I'm not going to say it's the biggest fight because obviously that was Wilder versus Fury, but probably the biggest fight in the welterweight division. I got that over Pacquiao Ugas. Can't wait. Definitely excited. Um, my man Rob Acosta is going to be coming shortly. He's going to break down the strength and conditioning aspect of this fight. And yeah, man, can't wait. Can't wait. You let me know in the comments who you have winning this fight. If you're not familiar with my man Rob Acosta's work, he works with undefeated welterweight Jaron Ennis.
Over twist. That's the one.
I'm gonna give you some more.
Yep. Yeah. There you go. Squeeze your chest.
Yeah, man. So in actuality, this fight actually affects him and what he's going to be doing because, yeah, there go my man right here.
What's
Bobby
up,
Blanco,
man?
what's good?
What's up, man?
What up with you?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, I'm chilling. Just trying to get everything queued up for you. Oh, all right. Crawford versus Porter. Normally you text me after every weigh-in and give your analysis. This directly affects you. These are both potential opponents in the future.
Yeah.
What did you see in the weigh-in?
I actually didn't see the win.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I was just hanging out with the family yesterday, man. I didn't get a chance to see it at all. I saw the photos though. The photos they both look in great shape.
These are two guys that are really professional, never really coming overweight. Do you know
Yeah.
both strength and conditioning coaches?
I don't know Jeremy Belt, which is Crawford's strength and conditioning coach, but I do know Larry Wade. I don't know him, but I met up with him in Vegas when Boots fought that weekend. We spoke a little bit over there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So those are really two decorated amateur coaches, strength and conditioning coaches like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We got a comment. My man Andre says Crawford going to be a big problem for Porter, in my opinion, especially in the southpaw stance.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on that, Rob?
I think that it's not going to be an easy fight, just because Porter always comes in decent shape. He always gives you a rough type of fight, and it'll be interesting to see how Crawford reacts to that type of pressure and the being roughed up a little bit. I think he can definitely hang in there and do his thing and possibly dominate. But Porter fought a lot of Crawfords, so I don't think a lot of Crawfords fought a lot of Porters.
That's an interesting perspective. Like when you go to really look over Porter's resume, he literally fought everybody except for Pacquiao.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Every
I
quality
think
fighter
that
has.
it's not so much on Crawford's fault for the type of competition that he didn't fight at 47. It's not really his fault, but I think I think out of the world champions right now, he's probably Crawford is the better, more well-rounded fighter all the way around.
I would agree. But I'm about to hit you with something though. Not
Nice.
always the more well-rounded fighter wins the fight though,
Okay.
because it is a fight.
Yeah.
It is a fight. What's your prediction?
So I would like for Porter to win. I would. Um, I would like for Porter to win. I would like for Porter to do his thing. The only thing is Crawford knows how to adjust really well, and he goes into the long ranges of the fight, championship rounds, and he makes those small adjustments and hangs in there really, really well. But if I'm gonna gamble, I'm gonna gamble on Porter only because the payout is a lot higher. But if it goes to scorecards, I probably gonna give it to Crawford 7-5, 7 rounds to 5, something like that. If it goes to the scorecards, I don't see Crawford knocking out Porter though, or I don't see Crawford knocking out. I mean, Porter knocking out Crawford either.
Do you think anybody gets knocked down?
No, I don't think nobody's getting knocked out. That would be surprising actually.
No,
If
I mean,
Crawford,
does anybody get knocked down?
that's possible, but Porter could take a shot, man. Porter could take a decent shot. Like, how many guys has really knocked him down? You know what I mean? Out of his resume that were in high contenders. Broner knocked him down what in the 11th with the leaping hook.
Yeah.
And then you got he
Spence,
went in there with
Spence.
Yeah,
That's all I think.
the same thing though, short hook. You know what I mean? He gave Brooke a good fight. He gave Thurman a good fight. Gave Danny a good fight. I don't know, man. I don't see him. I don't know. I don't know. Then again, too, like Crawford, if he lands the right shots and places it in the right spot, it's the punches you don't see that does the most damage. You know what I mean?
All right, let's say you were working with Crawford and you know you're going to get a Sean Porter, you're going to get a guy, a lot of pressure, really in good condition. How do you prepare Crawford for that fight?
For Crawford, he's going to have the endurance, not so much of his upper body and being able to punch for numerous types of rounds. It would be more on his legs. Can his legs really keep up with the movements that he has to do for somebody to keep Porter off of him? Now, there's nothing that if a person's not a heavy puncher, you're not gonna bless them into becoming a knockout artist within a few camps. You know what I mean? It's just that's something that doesn't happen. You're either have power or you have strength, of one or the other when it comes to the boxing sort of stuff. As far as Porter, he's a guy that comes straight forward. He does box a little bit. He can take a decent shot. It would be a lot of hand and eye coordination drills, a lot of muscular endurance drills for the legs. Having that extra, capacity in his lungs to really try to push out the last few rounds towards the end. He should be able to perform as he did in the first than he did in that he does in the last also. So it depends. It all varies.
How do you increase punching power?
I mean, there's a lot of people that can tell you, oh, if you do this, you do that, you can increase an incredible amount of punching power. And it's like you'll get stronger, but if you're not a puncher, you're not a puncher. You know what I mean? It's just that's it. I mean, everybody has a puncher's chance. Everybody's with 8-ounce gloves or 10 ounces or whatever the case is, it's still gonna hurt. You know what I mean? It only takes but so much pounds of pressure to knock somebody out. But you got different types of fighters that are strong and can't possess that one hitter quitter type of stuff.
Mm.
To where you got other fighters that are very powerful that can knock you out with one shot. You know what I mean? Like a Tank. Like Boots, like Crawford has that type of power too from seeing different shots. You know what I mean? Pacquiao was another one. You know what I mean? So it all depends, man. You know what I mean? Danny had that type of power when he was at 40. But then when he went up in weight, it's kind of like the power was there, but it didn't carry him. Like he couldn't put somebody at 47 completely down. He knocked out Brandon Rios and Red Check, but they were what, 140 guys?
Yeah, like I think Red Check started his career, 30, 35?
Yeah. So it's like, all right, you knocking out those guys, cool. But when you put it on Thurman and everybody else, like in Spence, like, could you generate the same type of power? Not to say that he's not a strong hitter, of course he is, but I just don't think, he can. That's not just something you just come out of nowhere. You lift a couple weights or you do certain exercises and boom, you're a knockout artist. No, it doesn't go like that. You don't go from a Paul Malignaggi to a Lucas Batista. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right, so my man TTT Sharp says he got Bud Crawford late stoppage. I've been
Listen,
seeing that a lot. People saying Bud Crawford late stoppage.
I won't argue it, only because Crawford hasn't really taken any types of beatings majorly where it affects him in his performance. You know what I mean? I mean, we know Porter comes to fight every single time. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I just it could happen. It could happen. But I don't think if somebody stops Porter, it's not going to be the referee stopping it or a doctor or something like that. It's going to be Kenny. His dad going to throw in that towel. That's what I said when people asked me for my prediction if he were to ever fight Boots. I said, can Boots knock him out? Yeah, I think he can, but I think he's going to take a beating so bad that his dad would throw in the towel.
Oh, funny that you say that. My man Andre says I got all these guys losing to Boots.
Yeah, Boots
agree.
is a different animal, man.
I agree. I feel like the youth, power, speed, skill.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the only dude that will make it a tough fight.
Yeah.
Right now, Spence.
You think so?
Yeah, Spence. Spence the size,
Mm-hmm.
and Spence is probably the most consistent welterweight. You know what you're gonna get. Strong jab, good body work, real sturdy guy.
You saying like Spence to give Boots his toughest?
Yeah.
I mean, it's possible, man. Here's the thing, bro. Boots is still very young. You know what I mean? Like he almost got 30 fights and he hasn't even reached 25, man. He's going to be in the game for a really, really long time. And you got guys like Porter, who's 34, Crawford, 34, Spence. He got injuries, 2 exact injuries, to one from the car accident, the other one from a torn retina. I mean, a detached retina. So you got different options, of where to go. These guys are on their way out, man. I really don't believe Spence is going to come back. It's a whole nother animal when you're dealing with that type of injury. And then you got Crawford on his way out, Porter on his way out. It's like he's coming in, getting hot, when all the guys are like there. You know what I mean? There, but they're not there, sort of deal. Kind of like when Danny came in. Danny came in with the Kendall Holtz, the Zab Judas, the Eric Morales, all when they were kind of on their way out. So when he was cleaning them all up, that built his resume up to a very, very, good resume. And then next thing you know, the new guys came in while Danny was getting kind of a little older, and then, it changed a little bit. So I think Boots will dominate the division when that opportunity does present itself for a very, very long time.
All right, my man Sharp says Porter one-dimensional though.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean,
I can see that. I could see him being one-dimensional, but is he really one-dimensional? Because he technically boxed Danny.
He has two different styles, the jumping in and out, and then the bull rush.
Yeah.
My man Uppercuts Boxing Nation, shouts out to Chris. It was good, Chris. I got Sean Porter winning a close decision in fight of the year. All right, so we got the first Porter person.
Mm-hmm.
My man Sharp Boots will clean out 147. I agree. Spence don't want Bud Smoke.
Yeah, that all comes down. Listen, bro, who's that? TTT shirt? Like, yeah. I really believe Spence is trying to find an outlet right about now. Like, he's trying to find his exit pay. You know what I'm saying? He has the like, all right, so he was out for a while, right? He comes and fights, wins, does his thing, and then gets into the car accident. He was out for what, 18, 19 months or something like that, and then come back into the game. Once the fight was over between him and Danny, I remember the announcer asked him, "What's next?" And he said, "I don't know. I'm gonna, discuss it over with my family, see what my next options are, and then, we'll go back to that." He just took an 18-month layoff to say that he just fought, that he's about to have another break. Then he fights, gets another one, and then now he has the retina issue. But in between those two,
he didn't fight since Danny though.
That's what I'm saying. In between those two injuries, Crawford told him, 60-40. Then there was that whole grudge match with that, the percentage purse, right? Mm-hmm. But then he said that he'll go up to 60 to fight Canelo. So it's like, do you really want to fight Crawford, or do you want to go for the payday and cash out? Which is nothing, in reality, as a fighter, he's the only one in there really taking the hits, really taking everything else. So if he wants to retire on top as an undefeated fighter, vacate the belts and call it quits, then that's what's up, man. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I don't think he's coming back, though.
Got another question. Y'all got Fulton beating Figueroa next week? Yes, I do.
I do, but that's a tough fight, man. Brandon throws a lot of punches. Scooter got that dog in him, man, and he has a lot of that Philly, straight from the street type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So when he gonna go in there and rumble, he gonna take it to a level where most people, won't take it if they're not from that type of era. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that type of environment. You know what I'm saying?
My man Sharp says, didn't Cotto beat Holt, or was that Kielson Pinto? I forgot. That was a little bit before me. I wasn't like I'm.
Kendall Holt. Kendall Holt. Cotto.
Didn't Cotto beat? I don't think Kendall Holt fought Cotto.
I don't think Kendall.
My man Caesar says, if not for the car accident, nobody beats Spence. I still got Bud. I still have Bud beating Spence. I thought it was a 50-50 after the car accident.
Is that his name?
45 Bud.
Is his name Caesar? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
So here's the thing, bro. Even prior to the car accident, the blueprint was already out there for Spence, and Kell Brook laid that shit on the table. You know what I mean? He was really out working and doing everything on Spence all day. It's just, he got caught with a decent shot and broke his eye socket. Shit happens. It's a fight.
I feel like he Spence has the ability to like wear you out. He
Yeah,
has
that's
the
what I'm
best out.
saying.
Yeah, he has the best output of
Yeah,
147 pounds.
he's strong. He's
Yeah,
strong, and he beats your body down. Like, he just beats you up.
yeah.
And that's how he breaks his guys down. He's a longevity type of fighter.
Right. Yeah, he doesn't have that really crushing one punch power.
Yeah,
But
that's what I was saying
he
before.
just
He's
beat.
just strong. He's just gonna beat you down for round
Yeah,
after round after round.
my man Sharp says Bud can adapt on the fly though. Hey yo, for every Terrence Crawford fan, now, I'm a Bud fan, but I'm going to be honest. For every Terrence Crawford fan, the adjustments are overrated. He only makes one adjustment. He
Mhm.
switches from orthodox to southpaw. That's it. Now it's a good adjustment because it completely throws off his opposition because he's able to control distance a lot better from southpaw than orthodox. Because you notice in orthodox, people be jabbing Bud's ass off.
Yeah, and then he switches.
My man Chris, hit the like button. Yes, hit the like button. We got 21 people in here. I need 21 likes, please. Spence was out for 14 months. Yeah, he was
Yeah,
out for
14
14
months.
months.
That's what it was. It was something like along that line. I don't know if you just looked that up, but if you did, shout out
No,
to you.
that's Spence people.
Okay.
My man Sharp Garcia was a legit good one. I agree. Yeah, definitely was a good one. Cliff Stewart, listen, Terrence going to knock him out in the later rounds, maybe 10th or 11th, due to special. Yo, y'all be talking about Sean like he's sweet, man. Ain't nobody ever knocked Sean out, man. I got
That's
to
why
see it to believe.
I'm not entertaining things like that. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. Is it a possibility? Yeah, of course it is. You know what I'm saying? Can he knock him out? Yeah, but I don't think he can. I really don't.
Fulton, a clever, good technical boxer. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Boy, he got a lot of dimensions. He got a lot
Yeah,
of
you know
dimensions.
what's crazy about Scooter, man? Like watching him and sparring and everything else, like during the whole camp, you see the progress on what he works on and how he applies it in the actual fight. You know what I mean? Like it's he's smart. He's a smart dude.
All right. Sharp says, nah, it was Pinto at 140. He was like, yeah, because it wasn't Cotto. They never fought. Let me
Yeah.
see. So he talking to you. The Kell Brook fight. What happened at the end, though? He stopped it.
Yeah, I said he stopped him. I'm not discrediting him. You know what I'm
Body
saying?
shot.
He beat him down. But what I'm saying is it shows that it just shows for two things. It shows that Spence is a longevity type of fighter. He'll beat you down for round after round, and his power, his strength does carry with him in the later rounds. You know what I mean? But let's just say Brook, had a different strategy, had a different game plan, or whatever. I mean, we could do what ifs all day long. I mean, the end result is that Spence did win, so it's whatever.
My man, Uncle Frank. What's up, Uncle Frank? I ain't seen you in a while. Bud going to mix the blenders on. All right, this is a question for you, Rob. Coach, what are your keys to victory for each fighter in tonight's Crawford versus Porter matchup?
Um, for Crawford, I would say use that range. Try to keep Porter at the end of his punches. So for when he's in there and then he's trying to keep it in the middle of the ring, try to keep Porter in the middle of that ring. Keep him turning. Keep him turning. Utilize a lot of the jabs and find that range. Then once you could figure out more or less where he's going with everything, then that's when you can turn up and make the other adjustments and try to be 1-2 steps ahead of him. As far as Porter, he's gonna have to. Porter's a really short dude, I know they got him on there as like 5'7", but I've seen him in person, man. He's not a tall guy. I mean, I'm not to say that 5'7" is tall, but he gonna have to get around a decent jab, and he's gonna have to try to wear him down, work the body early, and I would try to use, if he's standing southpaw, I would try to utilize a lot of that right, kind of like more like, a lot of the hooks, but in an angle where he can turn it a little bit and slip in through a little guard as he's punching. So Porter can try to catch him in between shots. If Porter can try to catch him in between shots and make it a dogfight by staying in his chest, he probably can wear Crawford down. But, it's all a matter of the adjustments. Crawford got some long ass arms, man.
You really do, yo. He got junior welterweight's arms.
Bro, his arms are long as shit.
My man, Andre, how long you been working with boots?
This last camp is 7 camps.
My man Sharp says switch hitting isn't easy. Yo, that's actually true. Rob explained something to me. Go ahead, Rob. Talk about
that's what I was about to bring that up too. So, you got a lot of fighters, right, that can fight right-handed and they can fight southpaw. That's cool, right? But can you have the ability to fight southpaw exactly the way a southpaw should fight? Like, do you remember certain key points? So basically, what I would say is, normally if I'm standing right-handed like this, right, and I slip, roll, so slip, roll, or slip, roll. You know what I mean? When you southpaw, you standing this way. So if you go slip, boom, that shot right there for you. So there's certain ways that you can't slip the same way you could right-handed, because you just getting caught with certain shots. You got to keep that foot in the outside of the leading foot. You got to make sure that you can try to take away the jab, turn with a lot of hooks, try to sink certain shots down the middle and go off of that. Like, you got to like, if you stand in southpaw and my left hand ain't up, I'm in line with another heavier shot of yours. So if I'm walking into your right side, that's a problem. You know what I mean? So it's major adjustments. Anybody could fight southpaw if you train it right, but do you know the kind of like the whole idea of fighting southpaw behind it? You know what I mean? Utilizing certain jabs, being slick. A lot of southpaws, to me, it's an opinion, but I feel as though southpaws should be more of solid boxers, where they're slick, they don't get hit as much, and they can counterpunch very, very well. So if they can do both, switch hitting is not as easy as people make it out to be. You know what I mean? Like, what's harder, if you want to see something impressive, show me something where you can throw a combination standing right-handed and then finish a southpaw.
Yo, I never really even put that in my mind. I'm thinking, oh, everything was offensive from the southpaw and orthodox. Can you punch on both hands? I didn't really think about the defensive aspects. My man Jason Brown. Who else do you do strength and conditioning for, Rob?
Right now, so
give me your history though. That'd be better. Give me the history of all the guys you've worked with.
Oh man, how you pronounce his first name?
Jason, I think.
Jason, like, tell me how old you are, and I'll answer that question, because I might hit you with some fighters from back then that you have no idea who they are.
All right, my man Sharp, he getting laid out like a rug. Any thoughts on Josh Taylor moving up to 147 pounds? And what do you think of Josh Taylor?
I like Josh Taylor. I think Josh Taylor he's a well-rounded fighter, man. I would like to see Josh Taylor and Crawford go at it, man, at 47. That would be an entertaining type of fight. That's a very technical chess match.
What we got? My man Cizo says UD for Bud. Well, man, Sharp, have you got any footage of Boots sparring?
Nope.
The Cruiserweight, apparently, he held his own.
No. We just for the record, I'm not gonna talk about any sparring that goes on in the gym. Whatever happens in sparring stays in the gym. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. You know, as far as like Boots is concerned, you know, he has his own team. As far as his dad and L and everybody else that's a part of the team, and I'm not gonna discuss any type of sparring stories that
Trade.
people are really, really curious about. I'm not gonna do that.
All right. Andre, Boots knocked the sense out of Delorme. Dude, this looks his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did. Hagler was ambidextrous. Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was. And just watching Costa Zoo versus any lefty. Yo, Costa Zoo, he really fought southpaws well.
Mm-hmm.
Really fought southpaws well. Jason Brown says 21.
Oh, you're not gonna remember any of these guys, man. No, but so just so I can just answer your question though. I've been working with professional fighters since like 2007, and I worked with a lot of local guys. Um, I worked with Mike Jones back then. I worked with Tion Kennedy. I worked with Latif Mundy. I even helped my first fighter that I helped. I conditioned him for a world title fight was Lawan Simon, and he went out and fought Arthur Abraham in his own hometown. So we got him ready for that. I worked with a lot of local guys, and then recently, when I got back into the conditioning, I worked with a couple MMA guys, and then of course Boots. I work with John Carlos Rivera right now, Tamir Smalls. I work with Milton Santiago, and we in some works with some other guys. Once we get everything worked out, as far as days and camps is concerned, I got some other guys. I got 2 guys from Baltimore probably be end up working with, and possibly a heavyweight.
You ever did work with Danny?
Garcia?
Yeah.
Nah, that story was strange, bro. So when right before I was gonna open up the gym, yeah, I would like to see that too. Right before I was gonna open up the gym, I was looking for some work to come back into the whole conditioning where I took a decent break. Like I took a nice little break. And I went to the barbershop and Angel was there. So I asked Angel, I said, Angel, you got a minute? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. So I told him what I did. I told him who I worked with. And I'm like, I'm looking at him and we having this conversation. And I'm like, bro, like back then I sparred a lot of your guys and we helped each other get ready for the Golden Gloves. You know what I mean? Like your wife made my boxing trunks. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it was odd how he was trying to. It was just weird. So he goes, all right, take down my number, give me a call, let me see what you can do with Danny for an hour. And I was like, an hour? That's cake. So I said, all right, I got you. So I took his number down. I called. He never answered the phone. I'm sorry. Hold on. What the fuck just happened? Oh, my bad. All right. So he so then he was like, let me see what you can do with Danny for an hour. And I was like, an hour? That's cake. I said, all right. So I called him, never answered. Popped up, wasn't there. So I said, man, fuck this. I'm not gonna even work with the boy. So I rolled out. And then next thing you know, a much better opportunity presented itself. I had the most greatest honor to work with Bo, L, and Boots, and that's all she wrote.
Abraham Ironchalk, yeah, man. Arthur Abraham, bro. You can hit him with a missile in his prime, and it wouldn't do nothing. Andre says, were you impressed with Butav? That's who knocked out
That's the
Jamal
boy
James.
that beat Jamal James, right? He's actually he's a pretty big dude in person, man. He's a solid dude. Real solid. I'm not gonna say why I wasn't impressed too much. That was more on James's end. You know, he should have fought a better fight. He should have been more conditioned for that fight. And, you know, for a guy like him, he comes straight forward and he drops a lot of bombs and everything else. You know, he should have been a little more prepared for that type of guy and came to Vegas on a more focused mindset. But I like him though.
What do y'all think about Tevin Farmer versus Mickey Bay? What? You heard their talks at 35. I didn't know Mickey Bay was fighting. I thought Mickey Bay was just coaching.
You talking about Mickey Bay that trained with Floyd?
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not watching
Mickey
that.
Bay ain't fought in years, yo.
I'm not watching that shit. I ain't watching that shit.
My man Sharp says Tevin Farmer, 6 KO. Guys got no power. All his wins are boring. I can't say all his fights are boring. Him versus Jono Carroll, even though it ended a knockout, that was an exciting fight. They got it all.
You know what though, bro? This is always a good debate. Can knocking out numerous fighters hurt you more than being outboxing people the same amount of people? So say for an example, we got a guy that got say 10 fights. I'm gonna lie. All right. So say he's like 20-0, 20 knockouts. A lot of people will be iffy to jump in and test it. But if a guy he's 20-0 with 7 knockouts, they would test it more because they want to see what the talk is about. And it'll be easier and it shows more class to knock people out. I mean, I'm sorry, to outbox somebody for 12 long rounds rather than just knock them out cold. You know what I mean? Like if you knock somebody out cold, it could have been a mistake done on the one person's end. He just got caught clean. He went down. Kind of like Hasim Rahman and Lennox Lewis. Yeah. So when he got caught, he went down. You know what I mean? But can you imagine being in a ring and being outboxed for 12 rounds where you show that you don't deserve to be in the same ring as this person? You got completely embarrassed, completely outgunned, outmanned, out everything. Do you really want a rematch at that point? Why do you think Floyd doesn't have a lot of rematches? He only had, 2 rematches in his whole career? Marcos Maidana and Luis Castillo.
Floyd's beating the shit out of them dudes, yo.
Yeah.
My man says Jono was a good win. Says like Sweet Pea Whitaker. Yeah, Sweet Pea Whitaker.
He was nasty. He's my favorite. He's my favorite fighter.
It was just embarrassing. Like, says my man Cesar says they're gonna duck the heavy punchers. Yeah. Shit, Rob, y'all go through it, right? 28 wins, 26 knockouts, and one dude headbutting to survive.
Yeah. That shit crazy, right?
Yo, he felt the power. Was like, nah, we're not doing this.
Yeah. He said, fuck that. I'm a unicorn, this boy.
Yo, how you go in for a butt and you the one that get cut, not the other guy?
I guess he misunderstood. You know what I mean? Like I guess his math was off.
Yo, and Chris Van Dam, he only had one loss, right? Just Spence.
Yeah, I think so.
My man Andre, y'all giving Kambosos much of a chance next weekend? I think it's a decision. I think Teal wins a decision. I don't think he stops Kambosos. I think he's grown out of the division and he might drain himself.
I don't even know. I
You
don't know.
never watched
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Kambosos?
I've never seen Kambosos fight.
Yo, in the comments, we got 28 people. First, I need 28 likes. Don't forget to subscribe and give me your prediction. I need your prediction. And don't not put your prediction down and then later on be like, I told you Bud was gonna win. I told you Porter. Nah, man. Lay it on the wood now, yo. Cizo, Tio knocking him out. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, yo, Tio's been off for a long time. Like,
Yeah, but he got a lot of personal things going on too, though, bro. You know, he suffers a lot from depression, and you know he's dealing with a lot. So hopefully, you know, I hope that he can come into this fight with a well focused mind, and then just go from there.
my man Sharp says, I got Tio for the UD. I agree, Sharp. Cizo, unanimous decision for Bud. My man Dre, Bud UD, Bulls acting like Sean been knocked out plenty of times before something. Andre, I can tell you from Philly. Nobody says bull but us. Dark Sky Lord, Bud wins. Kambosos win. Oh. My man Jason, slick boxers get robbed if they don't have backing. Zaire Rahim, aka Corey Smith. Okay, yeah. You never worked with Zaire?
Nah.
Or was he already in Vegas at that time?
I don't know. No, I think no, at that time Wa'id was actually boxing. Yeah, Wa'id was in Philly. I don't know where Zai was at. But no, that's true though. A lot of slick fighters do get robbed though. You know what I mean? Because I guess it all depends what the judges want to see. Pernell Whitaker and Cesar Chavez.
That was crazy. My man JD says, why is Canelo ducking Andre?
I don't know, man. Canelo is, I think, before going up to Cruiserweight to try to make a statement, he should at least clean out the division first.
How you go up to Cruiserweight and you got 3 undefeated dudes that you didn't fight, 2 that you didn't fight at 154 and 160, and dude 168.
Yeah.
Like you could take care, like Cruiserweight, it's always gonna be there.
Right.
I don't get it.
I just think Canelo's doing one of those moves where he's trying to build a much stronger legacy for like to be like the greatest Mexican of all time. You know what I mean? Like he's trying to unify or win titles in different weight divisions and then go from there. But you know, remember when Roy Jones moved up to heavyweight and he fought oh my gosh, what was his name? It wasn't Andy Ruiz, was it?
John Ruiz.
Yes. When he came up, fought
him.
You
don't remember y'all only Puerto Rican heavyweight champion. Come on,
man. Cut that out, man. Cut that out. Man. First of all, Priest are not even that tall to begin with. He had to be mixed with something. He's like, you know, but No, but I think that's what he's into cruiserweight, go for the weakest link, win the title, and then do. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? I just think he should give the Benavidez, the Boo Boo, the Charlo all chances, man.
All right, my man Dre. Y'all surprised to see Valdez ducking and dodging Shakur? No, I am not.
That's all I can say to that.
I'm definitely not. Shakur, like,
Yeah.
you've had Shakur in the gym, right?
Hmm.
Is he as good as advertised?
Yeah, he's smart. He's really good at range.
My man Sharp says Canelo ain't ducking Andre.
It's not about the ducking. It's just why not? Just to if you want to build a legacy, you know what I mean. I understand moving up in different weight divisions and then and gaining the titles, winning the titles from there. I think that's great, but I think it holds more weight if you be like, he fought everybody at 68 and moved up. He fought everybody here and moved up. Who's the other dude? Who's the Russian guy? And what is it? 175. Bro, like how you skip that and then go to cruiser? Come on, man. I'm not entertaining that bullshit by Team Canelo.
All right, Shayna Sylvain, Porter by split decision just to go against the grain.
Yo, but you know what though? It's possible, man.
All right, Eric Bolden. Talking shit to you, Rob. Talking
Good.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
You the same
Right.
dude?
Yeah, I did say that.
uh,
I did say that. I was definitely wrong. But you know what? You know what's crazy, man? Like Danny got real far in his career by his own abilities. Like his dad didn't, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got those types of coaches that can do this type of that can get a fighter and do this numerous times. You know what I'm saying? Angel's not that type of person. So Danny got that far from his own abilities. You know what I mean? And he just couldn't make those adjustments in the Spence fight, and I thought he would be able to. So yeah, I was wrong on that one.
all right. My man Dark Sky, Camboso's too active, and the game dog Tio, no head movement, slow feet, good power, exposed myeloma. Okay. We're gonna find out on Saturday. We're gonna find out on Saturday. Honest opinion, do you think Canelo gets away with taking enhancement drugs?
You know what's crazy, bro? Was that Cizo? Um, I remember Ray Robinson was in the gym training, and Vada just popped up out of nowhere, and they were doing their testing and everything else. So they do get tested on a regular basis, but then I also have heard stories where Vada, don't check on some people. You know what I mean? On a frequent basis as they would as somebody in the top 10 or champion or whatever the case is. And again, this is hearsay. But if a fighter's taking PEDs, he could be on a on cycle off season. So he's taking the PEDs when he doesn't have a date coming up. So if he has a date, say for an example, Canelo got a fight in May now. He could be on it starting next month, get off it in February, make sure he's clean March, April, May, and then Vada come and testing him and he's clean. So it's possible. It's possible that he can get away with it, but I don't know, man. I think that's one of those weird type of situations.
My man Sharp, who's Andre beat now? Uh, Andre beat what? Willie Nelson, Ennis, Matarosian, Magic Selector. He ain't really beat a A-level fighter, but a, he beat a bunch of solid guys, but not really a good fighter.
Yeah.
All right. Jason, Rob, do you think you could have helped Zab with his conditioning? He would gas out late in fights. He was known as a front runner. This is a good question.
I would have loved to work with Zab, man. Zab was one of my favorite fighters. Matter of fact, here's a funny story, right? So we was in AC, and I forgot who Boots was fighting. He was fighting the Russian. And I ran into Zab Judah, and I was actually hyped. I was like, yo, it's Zab. You know what I mean? So we chopped it up a little bit. And he's actually a cool dude, but I would have liked to work with Zab, especially when he fought Danny.
You gonna trade on Philly?
Yo, look, man, I'm going with a town mat. It is what it is. You call me and the money right, I'm going.
All right. My man Sharp says Shakur schools them all at 130.
Schools them all at 130. Shakur?
Yeah. Who's left at 30? Valdez. Well, Colbert. Him versus Colbert is a good fight. Him versus Valdez is a good fight. I still think he wins those fights. Big good fights.
Shakur, that's a bad boy.
My man Gerald Field says Bud and Nine. Got a lot of people talking stoppage, man. Sharp says Ray Robinson, the light middleweight. Ray was more what, 47?
He fought at 47. The last fight when he was going to be on Teofimo card, he was going to fight at 54, but then it didn't pull through because of the COVID.
Man, Sharp should be one strikeout for all the cheats, in my opinion. Send a message. Andre, what's your official prediction? I say Terrence Crawford, 8 rounds to 4, 7 rounds to 5. Dogfight.
I'm going to go. I don't know. I'm going to go with Porter. I know I said earlier about Crawford can also beat me, but I don't know. For some reason, I'm going to just go with Porter. I think Porter is going to perform tonight. Hey, what if this is Porter's last fight? He's not telling nobody. He going to show up.
Yo, if he wins, it's not going to be his last fight. That's just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If he wins, they're going to do, I would say, what, Spence or Ugas rematch? Make sense? Or Bud rematch.
You boost that shot.
I mean, that's what I would want. But Porter already said.
Shot. And then when the outcome is what it's going to be, then we can, you can pass the torch.
Thing is, I feel like Boots needs Porter. He needs, the guy that's going to, pressure you and try to make it hard. And then, Boots does what he does. And I feel like Porter is like the measuring stick in which all welterweights are measured. Like you send him out there, are you elite? You got to be Porter. If you can't be Porter, you're not elite.
Yeah. But it'll be a decent fight only because it would show the world that Boots can't just. He got more tools, that what people were able to see. Right now he's finishing dudes up before 6 rounds. So if Porter by chance does go past 12, past the 6th round, then he's going to see the world. Everyone was going to see what he can really do, the adjustments he can make, and the boxing ability he has, the defense, the brain, the IQ he has. So it'll be cool.
My man Sharp says Liam the washing machine Williams. Liam Williams is ass, yo. He's ass.
That was a classic. Yo, you know what's crazy? I thought Zab Judah was going to win that, so I lost that joint too.
LOL, he make more adjustments than being a switch hitter. He focused on timing and gauges distance. He's a thinker in there, but Sean is a test. Hey yo, the time the distance comes with when he switches. He doesn't really control distance that well when he's an orthodox. When he's in southpaw, he's a much better fighter.
Mm-hmm.
My man Chris Gons, first time here, new Bud TKO 12 over to okay. A stoppage in the 12th round. That's rare.
Anything is possible.
Okay, Andre, ponytail Keith acting like he don't know boots exist. He know what will happen. Yeah, he knows.
Yo, he got to be from Philly, bro.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to wager? I'll give you 3-1 odds. I'll take even on Bud beating Porter.
Listen, bro, I don't try to gamble. Every time I gamble, I lose. The only time I won is when I tell you the 2 times that I gambled. No, the 2 times that I did win, it was where I actually gambled for money, and that is I gambled a couple times, but I'm gonna tell you the 2 times I won. I won Madonna Broner, and I won Ugas and Pacquiao. So if those 2 wins were the only 2 times I gambled, then I would take that bet. But no, I'm probably like 2-6.
My man Jason, what's the best boxing cities in America besides Philly, of course?
I mean, I don't know. I haven't been in different cities all over the country, but I heard I do know Cleveland got some good fighters. Miami, Texas, different spots in Texas, different spots in Cali. A lot of guys in New York, Detroit.
Flint.
Yeah, it's a lot of good fighters along those lines. But you know, we seen guys come into the gym,
DC.
huh? Oh
DC.
yeah, DC. I forgot about DC. My bad. DC, Baltimore.
Baltimore, yeah.
Um, there's a lot of good guys that can rumble, but I don't know when they come to Philly, it's a whole different animal. So I don't know.
Hey yo, just to let y'all know, we about to be out in like 5 minutes. We're not going to hold y'all because we know the undercard's going on right now, and of course we want to see the fight too. My man, True Sports. Let's go, Bud. Okay. My man, Sharp. I won Wilder versus Fury off 2 guys, only 50. My man, Gerald Fields, Ohio. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Ohio got
Ohio.
some
That's what I'm
fighters.
saying. That's what I'm saying. They got some nice fighters on there, man.
All right. What y'all think about the undercard tonight? Dog Bay versus Diaz is going to be a good scrap. Yo, you know what is his nickname? What y'all call him?
Who?
Christopher Diaz. What do y'all call him?
Christopher Diaz.
Yeah, Christopher from Jersey. Patufo? What do you know Christopher Diaz, right?
Man, if I see him by face, I know. I'm terrible with names, bro. I don't even know certain cousins' names.
I think Christopher, he used to train, I think, at TKO.
Mm-hmm.
And I think now he trained with Nick and them in, what is that? In Turnersville.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't really know much about him.
Okay. All right. My man, come to London. We love boxing. Yo, I definitely want to come out to the UK.
Yo, I would love to go to London, bro. I would love to go to London. That would be nice. That would be real nice to experience that.
My man, just good show. I got Bud by KO in round 10. You sound like you got a bet. He sounded like he betted on that. Like, oh, round
I
10.
don't know what he's talking about.
Andre Padufo. Yeah, that's his nickname.
Oh, Patufo?
Yeah. Christopher Diaz, yeah. I'm my man Trap Media USA. What's good, yo? All right, yo, before we leave, put your prediction in the chat. Put it in the chat. Any more questions before we go for Rob Acosta? AKA the Alchemist, AKA the Secret Weapon.
Yeah, you fucked me up with that.
Oh man, I can't wait.
Well, for the night, yeah, it's gonna be great. Porter by TKO.
Oh, Trap Media, Porter by TKO.
That'll be something to see.
Yo, if he stops Bud, man, oh my God, the internet's going to be ridiculous.
Yo, she drawn.
AKA pause. Yo, I forgot that was her.
Yeah. Yo, I'm always getting paused in the gym. Yo, you know what's funny? So I tell this story all the time, right? So I was sitting next to her on the steps going into the ring, and I think Wood, her husband, was coaching somebody in the ring. So she was eating pickles, and she was eating sliced pickles. And I'm on my phone minding my business, right? So Boots come in and he dabs us up, and then she puts her hand out like this, and she goes, "You want pickles?" And he goes, "Yo, pause." And then I got paused. I don't know why I got paused, but he's like, "Pause, you nasty," for being next to her. And I'm like, "Yo, man, y'all out of control with this, man. Y'all stay reaching."
Sharp says, "Been great listening to your coach Bud. KO round 9. ABCD, Bud with the clinic." Ooh, Trap Media says Berto style? Damn. Yo, he beat the shit out of Berto, yo. He beat Berto. He beat Berto like it was a chick cheating with his baby dad. Like that's Trap Media seems like whole Philly picking against Porter. Nah, he's just I feel like Bud just has more dimensions. I think he just survives Porter. He doesn't beat him, he just survives. Rob, tell him where to find you, man.
You can find me on Instagram. I am Alchemy101, or you can follow the gym page Philly Boxing 101, and on Facebook, Rob Mr. Lee Acosta.
Shayna, fuck it, Porter for the upset. Okay, all right.
Yo, let me ask you a question, right, bro?
Go
ahead. Say you and your wife went out camping in the woods, right? And you guys were with a bunch of couples, right? And as the women are setting up and doing everything, one of the husbands says, "Hey, Milk, can you do me a favor? Can you walk with me to go pick up some campfire wood so we can throw it in the pit?" And you say, "Yeah, all right, I'll follow you." So then y'all walking, and then it is daytime, nighttime, whatever. And a big ass grizzly bear comes out and starts chasing you. Now, mind you, the guy who you're with is real fat. So y'all running because of this bear, right? He trip and fall. You gonna go back and pick him up, or you gonna keep running and tell the story of what happened?
It's a grizzly bear?
It's a grizzly bear.
I'm going.
Ew.
You said it's my wife?
No. You're not walking with your wife. You're walking with another wife's husband in the camp, and y'all just walking in the woods.
I'm walking with another dude.
Yeah, you walking with another person.
Yeah, I'm going, man.
You gonna leave him? You gonna leave him? You piece of shit.
I'm going, yo. Yo,
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm out too though. I'm out too. I might
black.
take a
You
couple
don't
look.
deal with bears.
Yeah,
Like,
listen,
no,
seriously
man.
though, I might run so fast that I didn't know he tripped until I'm done running.
Why are you tripping? It's a bear.
Well, listen, I don't know, because bears can run real fast, man. Yo,
Really
he
fast.
is bear food. Tell his family he died a hero. Yeah, this is fun.
Well, man, ABC said this is getting wild.
Mm,
Yeah, man, tell him. Yeah, I'm gonna tell him he fought off the bear like in the Revenant. He fought the bear like Leo.
Yo, listen, man. That shit is hilarious. I just wanted we had that debate in the gym, so we I wanted to get different people's opinion on it.
Rob, there is no point in both of us dying. Okay,
That's what I said.
there's nothing that's
All
gonna
right,
stop that motherfucker, yo.
Last one.
If I had a gun,
then
yes, I would hit him. I would at least pop at him because I don't think regular bullets can pierce that high. But I would try to scare him. But if I ain't got no gun, fuck.
Listen, a grizzly bear can run 30 miles an hour. That's faster than my sprints on a good day. You know what I mean? Like it's over. Yo, let me ask you this, right? Say you're driving and you crossing a bridge, and there's a bunch of traffic, so you're at a standstill now, right? And you look to your left, and a huge tsunami is coming towards the bridge. What do? Do you try to run away from the tsunami, or you just accept fate and just it is what it is?
I'm still running.
You still gonna run?
Yeah.
I might just stay there. I can't swim. So there's nothing that I think I can do, but then again, the situation's not real, so I might actually run. But right now, for the conversation's sake, yeah, I probably just accept my fate and call it a day.
My man Dre says, I ain't gonna lie, I'm leaving bro behind. It's him and me. Yeah, man. Yeah. He said I've seen Porter using several different styles in recent fights, while one only style from Crawford since he's been at 147.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a good fight.
Oh, Adam's from Philly. Shouts out to Adam, man.
All right, good shit, bro.
I think he's from down the way too.
Yeah. Yeah, I know Adam.
All right, Andre, I got time to get away while the Grizzly feasting.
That's funny.
ABC said Rob been puffing.
Nah, not at all. Not at all. It's just funny. Bro, listen. Like, these are types of things that we talk about in the gym. We just make it random. And I try to involve everybody in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like, the gym is really like a barbershop type of lifestyle where it's anything we talk about. So I get people involved in everybody. The person who I love to have these debates with or these situational things is with Greg.
Greg's hilarious.
The shit that comes out of Greg's mouth is like, oh my God. Yo, he's so funny.
Greg needs his own TV show. He needs his own reality show.
He say some funny stuff, man. I wish he was on here so he can tell you what he would do. It's so funny. Greg said he would trip the dude before the grizzly bear starts running.
Do you know that actually happened in The Walking Dead?
What season?
Season 1. He shoot the boy Shane. I think he shot boy in the leg.
Yeah. But listen though, you got to tell the story, man. Tell the story, man.
Make sure y'all click like and subscribe.
Yeah, most definitely.
Appreciate it, man.
Much love.
Appreciate it. All right. Shit, we got to get to the fight. I think the prelims is still on. Hopefully, we'll see a Dogvay versus Patufo. Rob, tell them one more time where to find you.
You can find me on IG. I am Alchemy 101. You can follow the gym page at Philly Boxing 101. Shoot me messages, whatever. I'm really open to talk about more stuff. I just can't and I won't discuss any camp situations, anybody's live camp, sparring stories, or anything that's outside of my job title relating to Team Ennis or anybody else.
Yeah, just know if your favorite fighter came through that gym, he got his ass whipped. So I'll say it.
I can't say that
I'll
stuff.
say
I
it.
can't say that stuff.
A lot
I
of y'all
can't say-
favorite fighters that got y'all.
We got to turn the cameras off.
A lot of y'all favorite fighters and prospects got their ass whipped. Just to let you know.
It's a very competitive gym, and when you're working with guys like Bo, you know he don't. Yo, there's some deadly coaches in there, man. You got a lot. You got Bo, you got L, you got Greg, you got Wood, you got Pooh, you got Sean, you got Cud. Yo, it's so many, man. There's monsters in there. They got a lot of killers in there.
Yeah, shit. Down at Paul Crow Boxing Gym, they brought down Eddie Hearn brought down a 6'6" Australian kid, Dempsey McKean. He had his US debut on the Zone yesterday.
Yeah. I saw that.
So yeah, this is Philly's where you come for the work, man.
Man, look, there's guys that come from all over, bro. And I lie to you not. It's a different animal in there. Like most people training camps, when they're on their training camp, like you know that's intense. So their training camp is our regular day.
I can see that.
That's more of an example to show how hard we work. You know, if you're slacking, you know, coaches will call you out on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it's just that type of environment.
Well, man, Andre, Philly runs boxing. You goddamn right.
Yeah, baby.
I'll put any of my young boys against any crowd.
Wow, there's monsters in there. There's monsters all over the city.
But yo, thanks for coming out, Rob. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, bro. And also too, listen, man, shout out to everybody that won some awards in the USA Boxing Banquet. You know, that all came from Philly. You know, Jamil, Mike Miner, G, Daul, everybody. You know, that's what's up, man. Keep pushing.
Definitely putting Philly on the map, man. I love it.
Yes, sir.
YSM Sports Media, we out.